Drank in my chalice, 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 drank in my
What it is, everybody in the
cup.
world right
Pocket
now.
full of booty and we finna
I am your
turn
host,
up.
Dada
I got
Doe,
the yellow tux and
also
everything
known
in
as
my
Brian
chalice.
Preston,
Hoes all around like a
and I'm
rock
chilling
on.
right now with the one and only Scott Mitting. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So, I know you've been putting a lot of cool shows together right now.
Yeah.
They got you got the women, the nasty women event.
Oh yeah, that's coming up Friday. It's gonna be pretty out there.
Who's gonna be on that?
It's gonna be Lana Del Rey's.
I like that name. As a matter of fact, I heard a song from them or that person. It's weird when you don't know if it's like a band or like a person.
Yeah. In this case, it's one chick.
Okay, yeah. Kind of remind me of Lady Gaga a little bit.
As far as like just like the whole persona sort of thing. I mean, the sound isn't quite.
I just heard it.
Yeah, I haven't heard some of Lady Gaga's latest stuff. So
okay.
I don't know. She's definitely got a big Nine Inch Nails influences in there, and then she's doing more. I mean, it's like more pure shape noise. She just makes as much noise as she can, and she actually tries to push those into arranged songs and stuff. And I think it really works.
That's super cool. Who else?
Oh, I guess. Let's see. Somebody just canceled, so I got to keep it straight. DJ Synaptic's gonna be playing. She spins like a industrial goth. She does not spin any Garth at all.
Without Wayne. Definitely without Wayne.
Yeah. Not Garth. Goth might have what's that goth band? Garth Brooks. Goth Brooks. Goth Brooks. Now
so much going on.
I got it all messed up.
I'm with you though.
We got ELO.
Yeah.
Playing.
I wasn't sure how to pronounce her name either.
I just guessed. That's what I just
I was
saying
EALO.
EALO? Could be. I would expect the E at the end because the aloe actually has spelling there. But it's a good question.
That's what I was wondering. I don't know. It could be.
Yeah, I'll just go with ELO.
Okay.
Eel. We'll just start calling it Eel.
Eels.
Yeah. We'll just start grunting at her like, Arr.
I feel like that could be a cool band name, Eels.
Jessica, whose last name you probably pronounce better than I would.
Dresnelski.
Is that right?
Dresnelski.
I mean, I've seen it on Facebook like everybody else's last name. She's never said it to me.
Right. I've only heard it. I've known it for a while, and I've only heard like maybe three times.
Jesse DZ.
Yeah, DZ's.
Everybody will know who I'm talking about then. Yeah. She's in a bunch of different bands. So she's doing the solo sort of thing here. I don't even know what she's going to do, but I've loved everything that she's ever done. So. And
truth be told, the women are the most talented in the city and the world, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I get the feeling the only reason they aren't going off there doing a lot of the avant-garde stuff is nobody invited them. They didn't feel invited. Yeah. Something, people get all gung-ho about, having their friends play at their shows and stuff. And you all get your little cliques and stuff. And a lot of people out there are pretty talented. Just don't have their in yet.
Right.
Yeah.
And they deserve it. Everyone deserves a super shot.
Oh, yeah. We got Chelsea Clare. She's gonna be doing stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited to see. What's going on
I'm
with
guessing
that.
It's gonna be Fugly Chud sort of arena stuff.
Okay.
She'll have James backing her up with that one, so that's why I'm expecting it to be Fugly Chud's sort of stuff. Grimeway, no, she just wrote me and said she can't do it.
That happens.
Yeah, and aesthetically sound, she couldn't. She had another one too, but we were overbooked.
She just changed her name to True Vaughn, or Vaughn, I think is what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I really liked her name though.
I like the name too.
I mean, it's hers, so it's up to her on that. But
for sure.
I actually really loved that name.
Yeah, it felt right.
Well, I like her music anyway, so I'm gonna listen to her no matter what.
No matter what. Yeah.
What is it? I want to get her name right. Athena Perkins, I think was her name. She's a doctor, and she does some really wild constructions of different like acoustic instruments, and it's so hard to describe.
Yeah.
But she was definitely experimental, more than just in her music, but in like she was like building up these machines that generate sound, sort of stuff.
Sweet.
That was really cool. I've never actually even heard her music. I've just heard little samples of her little experiments, and I'm like, well, even if it's just that, it'd be
enough.
Fantastic. And who am I leaving out? That's always the question when you're not going off the list.
I know,
And
no.
it's going to be somebody. I left you out once in an interview, and I went back and I told Chris, you need to add Dado in there because he was like really important to setting up these noise shows.
He's like, who? If you're talking about Nunley,
Oh, that was a Yab Yum interview there.
I love Nunley, man.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah.
He's so great. Yeah, for sure. Great guy.
Oh, and he just had a great noise release.
yeah.
I don't think he's playing live out anymore.
I like
but
the
did
name.
Did you listen to that last Earwig release from last week?
The Southwestern Decline of Civilization.
Yes.
Yes, I love the name. I love the record. And I was telling him, I was like, please put something out recently for me, please, because like working with you, I've been going to a lot more noise stuff, and to have heard him do that set at the PPC
Yeah.
event was really great because it was less about with him. It was like texture and depth,
Yeah.
which I never thought of music. I mean, you think of it like that, but like he really took me to a new place.
And he did a good job at it. He was
Truly.
really exploring the space and everything.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this new one because he kept doing that, but he also like I guess there were found sounds sort of things,
Right.
but he arranged them in. It wasn't always something that people would call music if they listened to like out of context,
Mhm.
but it's very clearly songs when they're in there. But there's texture noises applied to songs, so I just thought it was a really cool album.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can get him to come out. That'd be great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You should. I mean, he was one of the people that really wanted to do the noise scene after we saw Igloo over at Trunk Space. Him and Andy Warpigs, and then just Troy said, "Hey, you want to throw noise shows?" I'm like, from Phoenix Sucks. I'm like, yeah, I want to throw noise shows.
Hey, Troy is like the true innovator of change, I believe. He's like beyond open-minded. The guy, yeah, fresh breath of air ever since the first time I met him. And I got to go to his wedding. He invited me to that. So
Oh yeah.
amazing. So yeah, the show, that's gonna be a miss. I'm pretty sure these are all gonna be released later as one
I think it's
season.
gonna probably be after that show.
Yeah, but this will be
only a
one of those
couple
shows
days
that if you didn't go to, I promise you, you're gonna feel really sorry about it. So at least go and check out all those names.
Oh yeah, and we're trying to do these twice a month now.
That is a feat
Yeah,
within
we'll see.
itself.
We'll
You know
see.
what? It inspires people to get out the box though, because it's got me thinking like, well, what could? I mean, maybe not even under my name, like something like.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping that we run into people. A lot of the people doing noise
Yeah.
are people that just did it in their house and
Right.
didn't show anybody. But
Okay.
they're out playing, Rebel Lounge and Rogue and all that shit, like playing guitars and stuff, doing the Phoenix music scene sort of thing, and they're like, I would love to be doing this instead.
That's super interesting. I hadn't even thought of it like that, but yeah.
Jed, he does some great like electronic sort of music.
I
stuff.
did
I'm
know
sure-
about that. Jed had actually sent me a track or two once, and I was just like, I didn't even know what to say because I was just like, this is beyond what I would even expected, So
Yeah.
it's dope.
I mean, these people are musicians.
Right.
They know more than just their one instrument. A lot of these bands, the guys could play any instrument.
But you don't think of it like that, though. You never think of it like that.
Yeah. You don't think about James Hetfield playing the drums or something. But I bet she's
Right.
just fine at the drums. He's probably better than I am because he's a professional musician.
Yeah, that makes sense. He probably been around him enough, I'm sure. Like,
Is he going to get a major label contract on it? Probably not. But it's kind of like Michael Jordan, man. He played golf and baseball.
yeah,
Not that great, but he did it. And
He
did
did
it at
it.
a professional level, man.
right. No, everybody can't be Bo Jackson.
Not everybody can be Bo.
So yeah, this is the tech show. We did been about 9 minutes into it right now, but I really am super interested on what it takes to create the sounds that we're hearing. You know what I mean? So like, I really like to talk to you about the program that we used for the saxophone.
Oh, yeah, the Melodyne.
That's what it's called.
Yeah,
That's new.
It's been around for a while.
Okay.
It's it's been about around as long as Auto-Tune sort of stuff. It's a little later than that, but
That blew my mind.
it's kind of like a manual tune is really what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, because of there's some buttons where you can say like, oh, just automatically fix everything for me, but it shows off. It listens to your vocals. That's what it's for. It's for vocals.
Right.
And you you run it in there, and it just puts it right on top of a piano roll. So it's
Which
just like
is
playing a keyboard.
Really crazy because we used it for the saxophone and,
Yeah.
and a couple of vocals, obviously.
The
but, like,
saxophone is really not that different from vocals
Right.
as far as when you think about it. It's a monophonic sound. There's only one note that's going to be coming out at a time. You know, it's going to be involved with breath, so there's always going to be that initial push out and how they ride out that transient afterwards. I mean, so it works fine for saxophone, but yeah, we really edited that up.
I think it's great. I love it. And that's a plug-in, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's any DAW can use it. It's VS. We were using an audio unit one, but it's a VST.
Okay.
The one I'm running is like $500 though, and they nickel and dime me up there because they'll do this, and I only really needed the first one. I enjoyed each additional one, but first one's like $99, and they're like, well, as soon as you send it, they send you an email like you can go up to the next step for $50. That's normally $200. And like, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah, let me try it out.
And they did that so much to me, I had to spend a lot of money.
Man, you know what? I don't want to know the exact amount, but I'm pretty sure we just saved somebody $50+
I
so
bet. You probably only need the low end one. Now, some of the polyphonic stuff is really cool, but it wouldn't help you on the saxophone. Like you can feed in like a piano piece, and it will actually do all the notes and lay it out there. And then it does a better job than I think Ableton does, where you can just turn that into some MIDI and then like change your piano into a synth or something.
A couple
like
things
that.
here and there, yeah.
Like that's one of my go-to things to do on remixes. Actually, Melodyne is one of the tools I use to do remixes, and everybody's like, how do you even think of these things? I'm like, I don't.
And you're working on a remix.
I'm working on a local remix CD. I'm not sure how many songs I'm going to do on each one or how many of these I'm going to do, but I want to try to find different bands. I work with a lot of bands, so I have their source materials and stuff, but find ones that don't necessarily, their crowds don't know about each other.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people don't have their masters,
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do there. I can still chop it up and do weird things. Orangabangs was fun because he just basically released a CD a cappella.
Yeah.
And then said, everybody make remixes, and I just dropped that thing. I did not listen to the original track.
That's
like,
even
this thing
gnarlier.
needs a banjo. I don't know why I said that.
You know what? He comes off as like a little bit of a country vibe.
It's
his
kind of
voice.
Les Claypool kind of thing,
right?
With the whole look and everything, you
right?
know? Yeah.
You
told me I was gonna like that guy when I met him. I did.
No, for sure. He's amazing. Shout out Orangabang. Bang bang, as I always say.
Yeah, what I do with the remixes, and you probably do need one of the fancier versions to really do this, but I just feed in like the whole track or something like like half of the track, like all the guitars and the bass, and I'll feed it into that and convert it to MIDI. And I'll have just the weirdest nonsense in it, because there'll be noises, somebody coughed, and I'll try to turn that into a note, and I'll just drop it into a track, and then just start putting random instruments on it until it sounds kind of cool, and then adjust from that, and you get these bizarre things, and you're like, I know that's the song, I can hear that it's the song, but this isn't.
What was this?
It's just brain fuckery, is what it is,
That's beyond crazy. What other software would you, or plugins or whatever you would rave about?
I mean, I use Logic, because if you have a Mac, I think it's $200. The big cost is you bought the Mac already,
right?
So because to get something like that, I remember Pro Tools. God, to get that rig, that cost me like $1,500. Now like I switched to Logic. I already owned Pro Tools, and I switched to Logic because I thought it was better.
Right. That's a deep.
And you can start with GarageBand, and it imports into Logic, it upgrades. It works exactly the same. If you know how to use GarageBand, you know how to use that subset of Logic's toolkit.
Yeah.
And I'm talking with my hands, and everybody can hear that on the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of Logic. A lot of people try to get me over to Ableton. Not saying it ain't gonna happen, but like right now, I
got Ableton installed right now because I got that show next first Friday that I'm doing.
Okay, that's right. It's just gonna be you.
Yeah, it was. So I'm doing a solo set. ELO's doing a set. Gimp Hart and Wolfsey. We're playing that first Friday, and so I bought a Machina Jam because I've wanted one since it came out. I mean, I always wanted one. It's been out since September, but I've been playing with it because I was going to play with it with I used to have a launch pad on Ableton. It's okay. It's okay. It triggers tracks and stuff, but I see like people like Wolfsey with their MPCs. They're so much more fun. I see the people with the Ableton Push.
Yeah.
They're having a really good time. They got knobs at the top that controls every little aspect, and they got their grid down there. But
Tribal Leader.
Tribal Leader will he does the MPC thing. I think
Mm.
he uses the same one as Wolfsy.
That's right. Yeah, he does. Kai.
Yeah. Same one Neon Jesus uses in the studio too. But yeah, a lot of the there's a lot of noise guys and more of the guys doing the modular show that they had for the Oakland Fire benefit that Michael another
23.
name. Yeah, Terminal 11 is the guy. Michael Castaneda. I see his name a lot instead of I don't say it ever because it's Facebook.
I
hate that. I know these guys' names and I've never actually attempted to pronounce it.
Networking is networking. I'll say that all day. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows who I'm talking about just from saying Terminal 11 though. So, but he threw a great show over there at Rebel Lounge a couple Thursdays ago. It was well attended, and had one of my I drove 4 hours once to see Not Breathing, and they headlined his act. He played, and a whole bunch of guys doing modulars and stuff, and a lot of these guys, like that was the first time I saw Lana Del Rey's live actually, and she was using the Push and Acid Trash. What do you call himself that first noise show? He was using a Push.
Don't know. I always knew him as Acid.
Yeah, I know. That one, it's not Morrow. It was Massa. That's what he was going as. Massa.
Mouthful.
Yeah, I'm trying. I gotta know not only these people's names, but then their stage names and their act and whatever they change their act to and
later on. Right. Why are you booking the show?
I try.
What kind of hardware would you most suggest getting?
I don't do a whole lot of hardware.
He's got a nice mic.
I got I did get a nice mic. That's more singing lessons and stuff like that. Once you get to a certain point where you got to be where it matters if you hear the details or not, you need to have a good mic. Mics, I didn't even know for the longest time the difference between condenser and dynamic and what the things are. If you've never heard those words and you record vocals, you should go look those up now.
Right now.
Right now. Because I was just always like, why do I always have to EQ the hell out of every studio vocal I ever do? And it's because I was using a dynamic stage mic instead of a condenser mic.
Right.
It
even a USB condenser would have.
Yeah. It helped a lot. I got one for $25 off Amazon. This blue thing. Compared to my new Rode one I got, it sounds like shit. But compared to what I was doing, it was fantastic. I mean, it's a podcasting mic. It wasn't really a singing mic sort of thing.
For sure.
Got on the vocal stuff anymore. I kind of, definitely at home, you got to record them on there, but I kind of think you got to track the studio. And I'm debating that on my album now, and it's only got it's got 3 stanzas of vocals, and I'm still like, I need to go track this in the studio just because it's real. It's like back in the day before computers and computer music and all this stuff, and this would have all been called cheating by every musician out there.
Agreed.
Which is not an issue anymore.
And still sometimes,
that shit was really hard, and it wasn't the playing, it was the capturing, understanding how to get the room sound right and how to get all the preamps and all the tubes to use and the right capacitance and all that stuff to really get a good solid sound.
Yeah.
And you don't really need to know how to do that if you're doing things on a computer anymore. But the vocals, no matter what we do, that's always going to be a real life thing. I guess you could use the Mac built-in voice and have it be like that Radiohead album or whatever. 20 years, talk to me again, that might actually be a thing. But right now, you're recording vocals with your wetware.
Right. Which is not what you want to do.
Yeah.
Specifically if you want to send it out to the homies and get them to do remixes.
Yeah, right.
You might want to have something nice going on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, vocals are touchy things. Guitars and stuff. Guitar guys, I'm gonna get hate mail saying it, but you can totally do it with software.
Right.
It's not as good. No, it's 99% as good nowadays. 5-10 years ago, it was 75% as good. It's getting to the point where
it takes a true ear to hear the difference.
Yeah, your fans won't notice. Your fellow musicians will, and so a lot of that stuff. People are trying to impress their fellow musicians more than their fans on some of that stuff.
It's something to think about.
I mean, to some degree, there's always perfectionism, which is the death of creativity.
Agreed.
Oh my God.
Right. I do like things to be a little tad off here and there.
Yeah.
Best show?
Best show of what this last year?
Yeah, that was what you ever played.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, the best show I ever went to was that Pigface one I went to in Chicago, but I, got plane tickets in a hotel room and all that. And
right.
made my tooth crooked.
I wish everyone could see that face. But the best show you ever played at, whether it be in town, out of town?
The biggest show I ever played at, biggest crowd was when I was 17.
Yeah.
It was in the Circus Building in Peru, Indiana, which is a city of like 10,000 people, something like that.
But
we had like 500 people in there.
Yeah.
It was a benefit for one of my friends broke his arm and found out it was cancer.
Oof. Well,
But,
that's kind of I don't even know, a lose win. I don't.
Yeah, no, he's still alive. I haven't talked to him in 20 years, but I saw him on Facebook and I was like, hey, great, awesome.
Damn right.
I mean, everybody's expecting the kind of cancer you get that causes your arm to get weak doesn't.
We should totally do more benefit shows and like try and give, but we're not really making $1 billion.
I like doing the benefits for benefiting people. As far as an audience goes, especially around here, in a small town, I think that stuff works.
Yeah.
Here, I don't think people give a shit.
I'll agree to that. Yeah.
I mean, our first embryonic show, that was a benefit, and yeah, I actually spent more money on those CDs than we brought in.
Jeez. Welcome to the music business.
Yeah, right. And it's Martin Atkins' book. Welcome to the music business. You're fucked.
No, dead on.
No, that's that. Did you get that PDF? You didn't even.
I
care.
did. No, I got it.
I actually told him I've been pirating it to people. He didn't care.
Oh, that's awesome.
He gives away for free now, anyway.
Yes, he should. Yeah.
No, that has been super useful as far as it's not technical, but as far as just getting your shit together as a musician and understanding that if you want to actually make any money at it, you gotta act like a businessman. I don't
gotta be a little.
That's why I'm not looking to make money at it, because I don't want to be that level of an asshole. But I definitely read all of it and understand. I try to think of things from the audience's perspective a lot more, and some of his teachings are the sort of thing that's made me do that.
And get that if you haven't heard that as well.
Yeah.
Ask Scott and he'll send it to you.
Yeah, I will.
And so what's to come? I know the Wayward Son record.
Yeah, I'm working on that. That's what I'm thinking about, getting tracked in the studio.
Yeah,
it's good enough at home, but I don't know. I'm being a perfectionist, and it's going to be the death of me, and I won't get released. Right?
I get it, and I think it's that great to do it. It very much reminds me of like Andy's first record, where it's like something that people aren't going to expect to come, and when they do, they're not going to believe how great it is, and like, yeah, I'm excited.
Think so? I don't know if how people, like it's gotten positive reviews from the people I've shared it with, but I'm not. Have you
sent it to the press?
No.
Good. Don't send it to me.
Yeah, no. Mitchell has heard the one song that was on the Failure.
Okay.
That he's heard that. I've been pushing around. It's kind of representative of the kind of weirdness of the album, I think.
Yeah.
I think if you like that song, you like the rest of it, sort of thing. Is why I put it out there.
Yeah, for sure.
And people are like, "Oh, are you really into Arab music?" I'm like, "No, this is a really neat effect on top of an acoustic guitar."
Yeah, I would love to personally write a story. Somebody should write a story about the record. It's that interesting and that great.
I can tell you the story of the record. I mean, there's a lot.
Yeah,
going on
for
there.
sure,
It's not too hard to see it once you start seeing the pieces together. And I'm going to print out the lyrics in the thing just so to kind of give you those hints. Like, there's something going on here. Like it goes up and down. Like my mom died in October, and that's really the core thing in there. Once you figure that out, I think a lot of the pieces start to come into place there.
Which the title was inspired.
Well, Wayward Son is the spelling is going to be S-U-N, but typically it's S-O-N. And a wayward son is somebody that's turned against their upbringing, basically. They're the outcast child or whatever. And so in this case, it's the son. It'd be that the son is turned against us because we live in a desert. That's pretty.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense.
The sun itself has turned against us and has just lost faith and is just going to destroy us now.
Yep. Give about 15 more years.
Just about. No, there's little things like the last song is it's all a metaphor there. I mean, it's literally talking about a sandcastle being washed away from the on a beach, and it's just it says right there the trickling stream is made of memories because that's what it's like when you lose a parent.
Right.
You know, you got this sandcastle. You've built this your whole life together.
Right.
You know, this beautiful thing, and it's done. There's no more. And we're not computers. Our memories, just over time, like every time you access a memory, it changes it, and it just all blurs and goes away like a sandcastle just being washed away by the sea, the massive sea of time, just brushing it off away.
Yeah.
And the whole album goes up and down in a lot of different directions, and there's a lot of little hints in the song titles.
As a relationship with anyone would be.
Yeah. It's just all the feelings, you know. It's losing somebody that close to you is different than what you'd expect it to be. You expect it to be like really, really sad, and it is, but it's more than that. It's more like it's like losing an arm.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, but you love your arm, sort of thing. Like you were really into your arm, and you lost your arm. You know.
Yeah.
It's indescribable.
Truly.
And so I try to tell it in an album by piecing it all together.
Which within itself is just a great concept to even attempt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't know how it would go. It's a little ambitious there.
I personally feel like it was it comes off to me as a cathartic record, something that needed to be done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, which is the best type of music or best type of art. It comes out of necessity.
Oh,
you know?
yeah,
So,
I cried a lot writing the album, but
Yeah.
you know, it was real healing actually to do that. I mean, even the artwork. I picked out this one piece that was a guy who used to have a band, Dead Voice on Air, and he was in Download. Mark Spivey. He I've just always loved his photography over the years, and he had this one piece that when I was recording this, it was something he posted on Facebook, you know, like in March or something. I kept remembering it. I just went and dug it up, and I'm like, I don't know if this guy that was like, I was, you know, like famous when I was a teenager would let me use this as artwork. So I just asked him, and he said, yeah, that'd be great. I just want to, he was mainly making sure that I wasn't going to have like politics he disagrees with in it, or,
Right.
or if it was just he hates it or something. So I'm a little nervous to show him now.
No, I get it. No, that's dope. That's
this
dope.
guy I idolized as a teenager. I gotta go is my music good enough to put your, you know?
Yeah.
Makes you a little self-conscious.
And that's just another stitch in the greatness of that project, in my opinion.
But it's, you know, it's just my mom. It's like a picture of like some walls that it's all like no digital trickery, but the walls are he basically moved the camera while it was capturing the image, and it's got some walls that are just impossible.
Yeah.
They just don't make any sense at all. Nothing lines up right, and the whole ground is all a bunch of flowers have all fallen down on the ground. And my mom was a florist for a living. That's what she did, and she was just you know, Andy said that when he said that because I told him, like, you know, my mom didn't want to have a funeral, so we're not going to have a funeral for my mom. She's like, oh my God, that is classic cynicism. And it's right. I mean, that's totally how she was. She made these impossible barriers to herself. When she was out in the field, she was free. She was totally free except in her own mind.
Yeah.
So that was the thing that kind of, you know, made me have to use that as the album artwork.
It's perfect sense.
I hope it works for other people as a thing.
You know what? I think it'll be one of those things that if people aren't into it now or whatever, later on it's gonna be totally appreciated. But what art isn't? You know, like,
yeah,
everybody's record's gonna sell after we die. So.
Right. Yeah, right. How many people bought Radiohead's OK Computer and put Karma Police in repeat?
Right.
I skipped that damn song on that.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, man, I'm wishing you a lot of success with the new record and a lot of the new 20 Foot probably coming out. Right?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be coming out real soon.
Yep.
It's coming out last fall. It's coming out. We got some music videos.
Oh my God.
We're gonna do a CD release party. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be under Phoenix Sucks for that. I don't know if we're gonna have a choice on that.
That sounds wonderful. And anything you need, let me know, brother.
All right, man.
Yes. Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having me.
This is perfect. Yeah. Have a good night. And there you have it. That is our episode. There goes another wonderful edition of Before the Show, the podcast. My name is Brian Preston, also known as Dada Doe. I want to thank everybody for listening. If you enjoyed our program, please share this link and feel free to subscribe to our channel for more episodes just like this one. Until next time.